Welcome to Genius Photography. On the comments, some of you thought I should not talk in my funny voice, so I'm going to talk in my Wisconsin accent. Product photography with a spoon made by Wood By Wright. I did a collaboration channel with him the other day, and I think it turned out great. It's fantastic. Now I'm gonna spoon feed you how to take pictures. Great. And we need to do some fun stuff with it to make sure we can actually give us some separation. Because we have a lot of brown in the background, we have a brown table, and it's a wooden spoon. I first want to use something to give it some separation. So I decided to choose this kind of a white, bright marble slab to give us some separation. Putting that down in there. Because we don't like things being too parallel, I'm going to give it a little bit of an angle, a little bit of diagonal angle in there. Come up there. Probably get something to prop it up a little bit there. So I was struggling with having the spoon to keep in place. So what you can use, double-sided sticky tape, a little bit of a scotch tape, just to kind of keep it propped up in place, put it behind the subject, and that'll help to keep it locked down in place. But just by propping, placing, I've used clay, tape, little things just to kind of to prop and to put things in position that you want them to be in. Now I'm using a softbox here, about a 30-inch octa box, and so I'm going to try some with and some without the box because it's a fairly bright white source, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that down a little bit to give more of a direct source using a little bit of a lens hood. That will help give it a more direct source and not spill onto the wood and the background as much, and we'll see what that does as well. The light may be about 4 feet away, and it's showing up, giving it just enough light here onto the spoon. And if I get it closer, we'll actually have even more uneven lighting, but I can raise the exposure a little bit. When I had it before, I took off the softbox, and I lost about 2 stops by putting the softbox on. I enjoyed having the softbox on with that extra couple stops. I did have to change my settings a little bit by a couple stops. So it's more intense, it's more harsh. You'll see a varied pattern from bright to dark. I also didn't like the contrast, so I went ahead and just propped up a piece of white teak board. You can get it from Walmart for like $3. And I put it on a chair. I could use a young assistant. You could use a music stand. The nice thing about a music stand is you can then tilt it back and forth to get the angle. This is going to just help to control the shadows a little bit less intense. It was a little bit too harsh for my likings. Let's take a look at what it looks like if the light gets close within just a foot and a half. That inverse square law is going to really change the dramatic fall off of the light. As the light comes in, we call this raking the light. When the light comes in at an angle, it will show more texture. As the light is more flat to the camera, it will show less texture, keeping it about the same distance to the camera. And the only real difference here is just how it's raking the light. Look at that light difference. Moving it from behind, product photography from behind can look interesting. If you do this, you need to go ahead and make sure you use your reflector to add more light in here. It doesn't have to be expensive, remember. It can be a cheap piece of teak board. And that can make a big difference with or without the reflector. I've even put the camera on a tripod, and I'll shoot it from different angles, like from here, from here, from here. And as long as it's on a tripod, I can, in post, choose the amount I want to have from one light from here, one light from here, and one light from here. Now, I can do some really interesting things in the lighting. So there's a lot of things you can do on a simple budget. It could be more of a video light, a little more heavier duty light. It could be as much as a flashlight. It could be as much as a cell phone light. Thanks for watching Genius Photography. I hope you were able to be spoon-fed that and feel like $1,000,000 when you're taking product photography anywhere you go. Let it rain, boys.